Hello, time. We are back again. I know it is international break, but very soon the Premier League will be back on the stream again, and there we're going to see big games happening. And then today's news, we are going to talk today's episode. There's a lot to talk about in terms of what is going on with Antonio Conte's sack during the weekend, and also we're not expecting that, but that came at a different time. And also we'll be talking about Thomas Tuchel's interest in Mr. Barry, assistant coach, Chelsea's assistant coach. We're gonna see why he's so interested in bringing Barry back to Bayern Munich. We know the good relationship between Anthony Barry and also Thomas Tuchel. The triumphant Champions League success between these two people. So they have known each other for quite some time now. But do you think Anthony Barry will leave Chelsea Football Club and move on to Bayern Munich? Do you think he's going to do that? I know, because he's very good coach, very popular with Chelsea Football Club. But I found it very difficult that the German Giants are also predicted impressed with Barry's coaching style and want to add him to their coaching staff. Antonio Barry is one of the guys at this moment who is on hot cake. But can Chelsea keep him? I'm sure they will. Besides that, we also have, like I said, Antonio Conte news to talk about, and also Michael Sabitzer will be happy to stay at Manchester United. And also Kingman. We have Antonio Silva to Liverpool. Goodigans update. Also, we can talk about it. Then injury, which involved Chelsea player Kai Havertz have to leave early because due to illnesses. So we look at that also as we have news going on. So yeah, today's news is going to be a very quick one. Not that much to talk about because the English Premier League is not yet back. But we're going to have a very quick news to talk about. First one, I think we're going to start with Antonio Conte. I don't know what you guys' opinion is in regards to Antonio Conte's situation right now. I'm not so sure, but we will start from Antonio Conte. Is it really necessary for Daniel Levy to sack Antonio Conte at this moment in time? I know Antonio Conte's press conference, the last press conference, did not do him a favor. And I think that he's really fed up because from the press conference and from what Antonio Conte said, he really let everything go, because he said he's been keeping this for way too long. And it's about time for him to release it. It's about time for him to let it go. And then he made points. He released those points in terms of the players' attributes and the whole ownership, which involved Daniel Levy and Joe Luis. He let it go because he feel like, I don't have to be here anymore. I don't really want to be here. I want to be at Italy. Now he is at Italy and then he's been fired. But I don't think he doesn't really care the situation. And I feel like, no matter what, Ryan Mason, one of the youngest manager ever who have managed in the Premier League, they can do bits. But then if Tottenham Hotspur are not very careful, they might end up losing the top four. Because Ryan Mason is a very young guy. He hasn't achieved as much as Harry Kane. Ryan Mason is a second assistant coach. We know that. But Mason and whoever is over there don't have that ego to be able to manage the likes of Richarlison, Kulusevski, Harry Kane. All those guys are very, very big guys in terms of what they've achieved already in football. And when I talk about achievement, I'm not talking about trophy wise. I'm talking about money, which follows with egos. But Conrad Mason did bits when he took over. I think a couple seasons ago when what's his name? Mauricio Pochettino was being sacked from Chelsea. He did bit, but then this time is a bit more different. You have most of the players that Antonio Conte and his Tottenham Hotspurs have at this moment are more of elite players. You're talking about Perisic, an elite player from Bayern Munich, to Tottenham Hotspurs, an elite player. He worked with Conte at Tottenham. So Pulisic is one of those players that is more there. So now we're going to go to Kulusevski. Kulusevski also another big player. Will they be able to transform this season? That is a big question. That's a big ask. In terms of Antonio Conte. But if Tottenham Hotspurs are not careful, they might end up losing out from that top four. Because I know you can talk about the style of play, you can talk about, because I know that also what I want to say is Antonio Conte has been at the touchline. And his energy telling the players what to do is also one of the motivation that these players should be able to make it out from the position they are, to be able to drive them, move them away from there to a different level. So if it's still not happening for Tottenham Hotspur, then I don't know what else is going to help them, because the players are able, they should be accountable for themselves. They should be able to help themselves. They should be able to listen to instructions. And you could say maybe, the style of play, the three at the back is not really helping Tottenham Hotspur. But then Chelsea went through the same thing when Antonio Conte was at Chelsea. Chelsea went through the same thing. It wasn't really helping Chelsea until Antonio Conte was able to move right away from the back four to the back five. I mean, the back three, which from that moment, everything started clicking. The players started clicking. They understood it within a few weeks. They understood the style and which way Antonio Conte is trying to direct them. So I don't know what's making it so difficult for Tottenham Hotspur to understand Antonio Conte's style of play. It wouldn't be so free-flowing football all the time, but the most important thing is to keep clean sheet. If Chelsea were able to do it, why can't they do it? Why is Tottenham Hotspur not being able to follow those instructions? You got all these players. Dyer is right there. The one to get you the goals, which is Harry Kane, is also in there. Kulusevski on the right hand side. Perisic, now they have so many injuries at this moment. For what I know, is Emerson Royale is going to go through surgery, which they'll be missing up. I think about 2-3 players. Richarlison, I'm not so sure about his form at this moment. So, like I said, if Tottenham Hotspur are not careful, they might end up slipping down from the top four. It would be nice if Chelsea was very close to be able to catch them up. But Chelsea is not that close. We're still lingering around that 10th position. But this is all I have to do with Antonio Conte. Then we're going to move on to Mr. Tuchel and his Bayern Munich and the great interest with Mr. Berry, Anthony Berry. Well, what's going on here, guys? What is going on here with Anthony Berry? I know Anthony Berry's relationship with Chelsea Football Club, with Thomas Tuchel, the triumphant, successful Champions League glory, and all this trophy that is won. There is a good relationship there. But should it mean that they should swap our Antonio Berry away? I doubt that will happen, because I know Bayern Munich have developed the interest in him because they like the style of coaching. They like his style of coaching. But I don't know. It is a weird scenario. Should Anthony Berry leave and join Thomas Tuchel? I don't know what you guys make of that. I don't see that happening. I know some media outlets have put some stuff there, but most of them, I don't think it's so guaranteed that Anthony Berry is going to move from Chelsea and join Thomas Tuchel at Bayern Munich. But let's see how it happens. Let me see. I have some article right there that I put up. Let me see what else I have on it in terms of as it says over here, it remains to be seen what will happen. That is from Antonio Barry is highly sought after. Yeah, that is the same thing. It's the same thing I have here from the Athletic. There's strong relationship from Thomas Tuchel. The strong relationship from some Thomas Tuchel. But we can let's talk about other issues here. Let's talk about other issues here in terms of injury. Chelsea have been handed a fresh fitness score. Scared with the Kai Havertz withdrawing from the German national team squad ahead of a clash with Belgium, which came up the other day. So Kai Havertz has traveled home from the squad due to illnesses. I hope that illnesses will not stop him because Kai Havertz is on great form at this moment, helping Chelsea football team scoring goals. Not that prolific, but then at this moment, Kai Havertz is very, very important in Chelsea squad. So seeing Kai Havertz gone, injured, which I'm very happy it's not leg, it's not muscle tightness, it's not hamstring, it's not anything that will rule him from getting back from international break and playing the game. So if it's as illnesses, I'm okay with that. I wish him the best. I wish Kai Havertz the best. Antonio Conte has been sacked, which I did talk about Antonio Conte. Then Cristiano Ronaldo is back again, scoring goals. If you guys see those crispy goal coming from João Felix, I love that goal coming from João Felix. Cristiano Ronaldo was at the double again. Clinical display from Bernardo Silva. Let me see what I have here. Steven is here. Wake up, Steven G. Wake up.
You all right?
Yeah. What's going on?
Not a lot.
Yeah, I'm at this moment I'm right on Antonio Conte. I just had a little short message in terms of what is going on with Antonio Conte and Tottenham Hotspur. So yeah, that's where I am. And also I was also talking about Thomas Tuchel and Mr. Barry at this moment. How do you rate it, Barry and Thomas Tuchel right now, Steven?
It's got to be interesting to see what happens because when Tuchel went public with it, let's just say there's people at Chelsea who aren't very happy that he went public, given that there was no approach made at that time anyway. Because it was one of the first things he said when he was unveiled. He mentioned about wanting to get him, but there'd been no approach made, so people aren't very happy with it in terms of people at Chelsea.
But would you consider this to be karma that Chelsea they took all the technical directors and coach from Brighton? Do you think this can happen to Chelsea?
I'm not sure. But don't forget he came in under Lampard. Initially he was a set piece coach, but apparently he's really developed in his all-round coaching. So he's more than just set pieces, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that because it also depends on if he wants to go to Bayern as well, don't forget. Or is he happy staying here? So that has to factor in as well.
Stop said why Ryan Mason, Christian Stellini is the interim until the end of the season. Ryan Mason is assistant, isn't it, Steven?
Yeah, Ryan Mason's the assistant.
Yeah, that's what I said. Ryan Mason is the assistant, and he was in charge the last time Conte was being stopped. So
Conte.
I'm sorry. When Pochettino was being sacked the last time, it was Ryan Mason who came in and took over. So that's what I was saying.
I think when he was in charge, he was only in charge for a couple of games. I can't remember for sure.
Yeah, he came to take over. I think before the season came to an end, if I could remember. But yeah, Ryan Mason was the guy in charge, but this time he's assistant manager.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Stop. So the teams below have games in hand. Won't finish top 4. Absolutely, I believe they won't finish top 4. That's how I feel. Big up to you, Phantom of Many Topic. He says Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang will want to go Played for Thomas Tuchel. Yeah, if Tuchel wants him, why not? He can get him in the summer.
Look, he can go there, he can go Barca, he can go anywhere. I just want him out the club.
Yeah, he can only do that in the summer. No other club will take Aubameyang at this moment in time. No one will take him. They can only afford Aubameyang can only afford to join any football club only in the summer. That's when his contract comes to an end at Chelsea. First to like coming from my Uncle Thomas is coming for Mason Mount. I hope Mason Mount will never move from England to anywhere. He won't go to abroad. Blue Blood said Uncle Thomas has made a request for you as well, Phantom of Many Topic. Today we'll be streaming for just half an hour, guys. Just half an hour. Literally, I don't have a whole lot to talk about today, and also just a break. So I wouldn't be streaming for that long. Just a break.
Did you see the Bettinelli thing?
Yeah, I saw something online. Bettinelli will be signing his new contract again, right? That's what I saw something right now.
His contract was gonna expire at the end of the season.
Yeah.
But he's signed a new 3-year deal till 2026, which is good. He's third choice keeper. Right. He's English. He's homegrown, so that goes towards the homegrown numbers that you need. And I believe his dad was also a goalkeeping coach, so maybe he wants to become a goalkeeping coach after his career's done as well. So he can sort of fulfill that whilst being third choice keeper if he wants to do any of his badges.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and apparently, look, he knows his role at this point. Like, he's probably not on a lot of money. He knows that he's there just to fill places. He's not really got to play much.
Yeah.
But apparently, he understands that he's a really good person to have around the dressing room and everything as well. And look, that's what you want. Someone who knows they're not going to really play unless some shock happens and somehow the first two keepers get injured. But they accept their role and they just get on with things.
All right. Stav said Badishia was outful for France under 21 versus England. I mean, I don't know, but you have to remember the kind of players he's playing against. Doesn't really know them.
It's jokes. Because Levi Colwell was the England under 21 captain and Badiashile was the French under 21 captain.
Oh boy. Blue Blood, I discovered that I did bet on Dortmund to win Bundesliga. So Tuchel
we'll have to settle for
UCL.
Pokal.
All right, Chelsea OG, big up to you, bro. Since I hear Bayern Munich need 18 million euro to pay to them if club takes him as a new manager before next season. 18 million for Barry. That's what CFC OG. Yeah, you're searching that.
No,
Steven Ronaldo is back again. Ronaldo is back again. Did you see Jacques Felix goal over the weekend? Did you see that?
Goal, yeah, I saw that.
Crazy.
I haven't seen any of the other. What was it? 5 goals on top of that.
I think I've only seen Jacques Felix's goal. Jacques Felix with 5 goals, making 6. And Ronaldo is having a very good relationship right now with Mr. What's his name? Roberto Martinez. I don't know how he got that job in the first place. I don't know how he did it. But he's working things up. Stav said our modern fan base is your continent. Don't understand why Bettinelli is giving a contract.
Well, it's not just people in that continent. There's even people who are English that don't understand the full rules that I've seen saying, "Oh, why are we extending him?" They don't understand that he fills the homegrown status and he's third choice, so he's not really going to play anyway. No, it's just people in general don't understand it.
No, Stav is asking me. Stav said, I don't understand why Bettinelli is giving.
No, he's saying people in your continent don't understand it.
He's not my continent, which is America. Is that what you mean? America?
Yeah.
Stav, how do you know? Stav, how do you know?
It's not just Americans. I've heard people that are English say the same thing.
Okay. Well, if I were Bettinelli, I would do the same thing. If I want to learn and become a coach or a goalkeeper coach one day, why wouldn't I stay at Chelsea? I'm a third choice goalkeeper. What else do I have to fight for? I barely play, and I understand my role. I barely play. I'm not even second choice.
I mean, he's 30. He's got to be 31 at the end of the season.
Yeah.
So he signed till 2026. So yeah, it'll be like 34 come the summer of 2026.
I do remember seeing the Bayern Munich shirt for sale at the flea market, but the size was too small. Was too small for me. That's phantom my mini topic. So yeah, what else? Oh, do we have it? We don't have very long today. We have at least 10 minutes more to go. Just a quick round out of what happened through the weekend. Thomas Tuchel, Steven, did you have anything to say in regards to Antonio Conte and Tottenham right now?
Not really. There's not much to be said on it. But I said it, didn't I? And I think pretty much all of us should, like, even if you didn't believe it for whatever reason, you should have seen it coming that he was going to get sacked. Because at the end of the day, you can't call out the players and the ownership going, 20 years and it's the history of the club or whatever it was he said, and expect to not get sacked. Yeah. Personally, I think he's done it intentionally. That's just my view. I think he's got fed up. His contract was up in the summer anyway, and he was annoyed, so he just called everyone out, and he knew he'll get some money for it. So
that's how I feel. I feel like he was just wait. He knew all this for a long time.
He knew his contract was up anyway.
Yeah. And then he let it out at the right time where he definitely wanted to join. He definitely wanted to join the Italian, Italian team, whatever it is, team. He just wanted to join his family back home. So he just let the cat out of the bag. Say the truth.
It's interesting that he let his assistant, because I think the assistant's probably gone everywhere with him. I can't remember if he was at Chelsea.
I think he did a better job when he was having his surgery. The assistant did better than him, even being around.
I don't think the assistant lost a game, did he?
No, he didn't.
He was in charge for a good 4 or so games.
Right. Staff said I have only seen Africans on the official Facebook. I never mentioned USA. I can read comments and see where they are from. Well, I don't know if Africans, that I'm not in Africa at this moment, so I don't know what you're talking about, Staff. If you're talking about Africans, I'm not in Africa. I'm not in Africa. So if you talk about my continent, I'm in the North America. North America, to be precise. That's what my continent is at this moment. So if you want to talk something, involve me, give me the current where I'm being located. I didn't know you when I was in Africa, Staff. So you knew me when you knew me here in America. So if you're trying to put something across and you said my continent, I don't know Africa at this moment. I don't know that because I'm not there. And I don't know what's going on in Africa because I don't read much about what is going on in Africa. I read about what is going on here in America and then the UK because that is my business there. The content that I create is more related to here in America and here in the UK. So, and then also Germany at this moment. So it relates to if the content is around me here, then yeah, I'll focus on it. If it's something that has to do with Africa, Chelsea went to Africa and play a preseason game, I will focus on that. But for now, I'm in America. Yeah, thank you, Staff, for that game. Conte is another Tuchel petulant. That is Staff. His Spurs drop. Conte still want to go to ex-Chelsea manager. Spurs want to go for another. I know they say Tottenham Spurs were interested in Thomas Tuchel. I don't think that was true because they don't want to follow that model that they want to see going for Chelsea ex-managers. I don't think Tottenham Spurs were really, really interested in that.
They've had a lot of former Chelsea managers in the past.
Oh. Blue Blood said Conte has gone. Phantom of any topic said Frank Lampard. What is
No, so
Stav saying?
what Phantom was saying is, if they get rid of Conte, which they have done, and they want another former Chelsea manager, then get Frank Lampard. Lampard won't go to Tottenham. Even if they were to offer it to him, which they won't, he won't go to Tottenham.
All right. I don't know. Stav is getting me confused. He says, "Where are you from, Nee? Do you really need everything explained?" I'm not reading about Africa. It's about Chelsea. No, he said over here. Steven, can you put these two comments together and see how you understand what Stav is saying? Here he says, I've only seen Africans on the official Facebook. Is it Chelsea Facebook?
I would guess so.
Yeah, official Chelsea Facebook. Okay, you didn't put Chelsea there, but I'm going to put that there for you. Official Chelsea Facebook. I never mentioned USA. I can read comments and see where they are from. Well, I know you can, but then you said that, and then you said this. Where are you from, Nee? Do you really need everything explained? I'm not reading about African. It's about Chelsea. Now, I do understand. Here you said different, and then you said different, another different thing here. And you get me confused. All right, stuff. That's just by the way. We got just 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Steve, anything special you wanna share with us? Else, if not, then
no, not really. Other than there's a lot of stuff going around about Nagelsmann and Chelsea are going to consider it, potentially considering the summer what's going to happen. That Potter's job's safe until the summer, which I was saying that once we got on the run of form and we got through the Champions League, I said that was happening. That realistically, he won't get sacked now.
Right, definitely. Where's that article coming from? Any popular?
I think it was that Pletty goal. You know, the Sky Germany guy.
Is it Florence? No, not Florence.
Florence Plettenberg or whatever his name is. Yeah,
he's with Athletic.
No, I said Sky Germany.
Oh, Sky Germany. Yeah, Sky Germany. He's waffling crap over there. So he's just waffling crap.
What he said apparently is Nagelsmann has been put on a short list of Chelsea in case they sack Potter. Chelsea want to support Potter, but he has to deliver now. Well, he's had to deliver, and he has been delivering. He hasn't actually. We don't need to touch much on it, but it looks like he's turning things around. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right.
But I have also said, just to quickly reference it before we finish, because we got like 1 or 2 minutes, that my view on it is they'll have to evaluate in the summer. But I think every club probably does that anyway. I think every club in their right mind will evaluate the manager's position unless they absolutely have a sack mid-season. They would evaluate a manager's performances in the summer every summer. That's what I think happens with every club anyway. So
all right. Staff said, "Oh dear, you are Ghanaian born, not US born. It's simple." Well, what does that got to do with me? With my continent and people, my continent and where I'm coming from? The people don't understand the reason why Bettinelli have to take 3 more years. What does that got to do with me? My people. That's the people there and the understanding. There are people also there who understands why he should get 3 more years. So I don't know what Stav is trying to get to. Right, Stav, what you're saying don't really make sense to me. Phantom said need from Detroit. Absolutely need from Detroit. Phantom Conte is gone already. I don't care of Lampard. Then Phantom said need is a US born, like Tommy is UK born. No, I wasn't born here in America. I'm a citizen, American citizen, but I was never born here in America. So Phantom, if I was born here in America, I would definitely have an American accent. But I don't have it. I have too many accents, which you can barely tell where this accent is coming from. Sometimes when I speak, people say, "Are you Jamaican?" Sometimes when I speak, people keep asking me, "What are you?" Because they can't tell. Because I try to blend sometimes the UK accent also gets into it, and then it messes up my whatever I'm speaking. And the American accent also gets into it, and sometimes I go just strictly grammar and just plain English. So I find myself very confused sometimes. So yeah, stuff. I don't know what you're trying to say over here. Yes, I'm a Ghanaian born American, naturalized an American. So says okay, Potter was hired the UCL top four, not necessarily long term project. Live with it. All right. Today's stream is a little bit dull. I don't know much. I don't have here. Antonio Conte is more about Antonio Conte. Portugal scored 6 goals. Portugal versus Luxembourg, which I'm not really interested in. Portugal versus Luxembourg. Anthony Barry. Here says Bayern Munich have already approached Chelsea. I don't think that this is coming from Athletic. I don't think there's any truth in that. Steven, have they approached?
No, there's a lot of reports from reliable people saying that they have approached us now. But this is what I'm saying. The issue is that in his first conference, Tuchel said about Anthony Barry and they want to get him. And that's annoyed a lot of people, basically.
Right.
Because there was no approach made at that time when he said that.
Antonio Silva to Liverpool. According to journalists, Give Me Sports, Dean Jones, Benfica centre back Antonio Silva is high on Liverpool's transfer target list for the summer. Antonio Silva from Benfica.
Oh, I think we've touched on this before.
We have.
He's the centre back one from Benfica, isn't he?
Yeah.
Because they've got him, and then there's some other guy I think they've got in their team as well.
All right. Stab wants me to talk about Chelsea women lost the final and got knocked off top with just 2 injury, but it doesn't matter for Potter. I understand. Yeah, Chelsea women lost to Liverpool. Steven, too many injuries and also tight. I mean, Manchester City. Sorry, Manchester City.
Yesterday they lost to Man City, but in the final they lost to Arsenal.
Yeah, in the final they lost to Arsenal. I remember that one. That was about 2 weeks ago, isn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago.
They've got the Women's Champions League at Stamford Bridge this week.
Yeah, we're gonna end up finishing. I think they put too much energy, too much effort to play Lyon. And then they found themselves into the tiredness and the I don't know how to say injuries, all this simply real why they lost to
we picked up another
Man
one
City
in the
2-0.
game. I don't know if you saw it, the Erin Cuthbert one.
Cuthbert.
Mm-hmm.
Another injury?
Yeah, yesterday.
Because I know it was
I can't remember who it was she clashed with. She clashed with one of our players and she went down.
Big up to you, Georgie. Georgie says still best women's team. Absolutely. They lost, but they're still the best. They're still the best.
The thing is, in the Women's Super League, right?
Yeah.
They now sit third behind Man United and Man City. With a game in hand, they win that game in hand and they go, I think it's 2 points clear. That game in hand against Liverpool from where they were forced to start the game.
Yeah.
Even though the ref said that they didn't think it was a good idea to do so, and then it got called off within about 5 minutes.
When the pitch was all frozen.
Yeah, they called it off after 5 minutes.
All right, Georgie said.
All I will say is, I think we go through in the Women's Champions League on Thursday, and I do think we still win the league. That's what I will say.
Okay. Staff said that the point is injury to affect teams. Cutback is okay. All right. Now this one, I did talk about it, and I read earlier on that Kai Havertz left Germany training ground home to be assessed, but he's due to injury. Illness. right? It's illness, right?
Yeah, it's illness.
Yeah.
Reece
So
James, this is the thing that annoys me, right?
Mhm.
So Southgate said something about Reece was worried about it earlier in the week, right?
Yeah.
You then subbed him on the Thursday in the 85th minute for no reason. So he was worried about potentially getting this injury come back again. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is obviously an ongoing issue, and we know that's got to be his hamstring. And you still subbed him on in the 85th minute on Thursday. How's that make sense? You
You know.
knew that he was worried, and you still put him in the matchday squad and subbed him on for the last 5 minutes plus added time. Are you mad?
So that yeah, it is crazy. It is crazy. So Judge, that's the answer for you. Kai did not. He's not injured. It's true illness. So I'm very very happy when I read it to say it didn't say injured. I was very worried because Kai Havertz is playing very very well at this moment. He's understanding the understanding between Felix and maybe Modric or Madueke and the guys that plays with him. Everyone is trying to understand his game. So things are going very very well for Kai Havertz, and I don't expect him to be injured in that way because I'll be very very upset. I'll be very very upset. So just by the way, we're gonna hop off. We're gonna hop off. We're done today. We're done today. If anything, sacking Antonio Conte at such a crucial stage, Steven, of the season, is it right?
He brought it on himself.
All right.
He
So
left them with no choice, as I said before.
But
By
do you
his way
think
of
that
thinking, he
Levy
left
should
them
have
with no
just,
choice.
although he said all that he said, do you think Levy should have kept him and then see the season through? Because I believe, although, Antonio Conte is trouble of a manager to deal with, his influence at the dugout is always very, very, felt by the players. And do you think he should have, Levy should have hold him and finish the season before trying to think of a replacement for Antonio Conte?
Here's the issue, right? He was out of contract in the summer, right?
Yeah.
By sacking him, you're still gonna have to pay some money, yeah? But he disrespected the ownership and the players publicly and the club's history, which what history is there? It's Tottenham. But, the point stands. You kind of had to at that point. He gave them pretty much no choice.
That's I get it. I get it. Okay. All right. So this way we're gonna end the stream today, Steven. Not much to talk about. Even if someone done badly harm to his family, we would stay we will still stay for the money. All right. That's coming from
Oh,
Joji.
they're talking about Potter.
Yeah. Grand Porter. All right, so I think this is where we're going to end the stream today, guys. So thank you very much, everyone that has been here today. Georgie, Stav, and also Phantom of Minute topic. Today, there's not much to talk about. Probably we might have something different tomorrow in terms
There
of
won't be much until Friday because that's when obviously the conference is going to be and then the game's on Saturday. So
yeah,
there won't be much for the next couple of days.
Yeah, so guys, I'll keep watching out. I'll be creating some small shots over there, here and there, so you can, help the channel out, watch it, and give it a like. I did a small one on Reece James. I'm probably have another one that I might do later on the channel. So it's not just a live stream all the time. Sometimes you need to breathe out, take a rest, and then come back again. So yes, Stav, thank you always. Stavy, you have anything to say? Come join us here. Else, maybe tomorrow. I'll give the viewers a chance tomorrow. Maybe we might have a different conversation, different opinion, and different
I'm not
views.
in tomorrow. I'm not on tomorrow
Yeah,
because it's Tuesday.
yeah, definitely. I know.
I'll try and hop in the chat at some point if I get the time, but
no problem to say. So guys, little Brandon, like I always say, just a short stream today. 39 minutes, not that bad for quick news. So we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Leo Desperandons and hang on to hope. Bye-bye, guys.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Clouds TV.